What's up, guys? Back to my channel. It's me, Henry, again. But we reacting to the 10 things you don't know about Messi want to keep secrets from you. Let's click play.
One of the best players to grace the game. Surely he doesn't have any dark secrets lurking in his closet. Turns out, he has a few. So let's take a look at 10 things Lionel Messi wanted to keep secret. Be sure to stay until the end when we reveal the biggest secret Messi kept for years. Let's kick things off. There's one guilty secret Messi has long held since childhood, which stayed with him until his early 30s. Unfortunately, it's something that has almost no nutritional benefit either. It seems like Messi has a particular weakness for chocolate. In Messi's own words, chocolate is the hardest thing for me. Even now I occasionally sin with chocolate. At least we know Messi is human. And who doesn't love chocolate? Sadly for him, as a South American child, he grew up in a place with some of the finest cocoa beans in the world to tempt him. Has it affected his fitness? No! Messi has a few other little indulgences too, including video games. Ready yourself for this surprise. Messi is a self-confessed gamer. Yes, it might surprise people to learn that Messi doesn't just live on a training pitch. Even the great man has to make time to unwind, and playing the PlayStation is one such way he does this. You might assume over the years that Messi's FIFA playing exploits would largely consist of him playing for Barcelona, or more recently as PSG. Interestingly, Messi has a favorite side to play as from the Premier League. Man City fans, block your ears now. It wasn't you. No, Messi's favorite FIFA choice was often Chelsea. Messi hasn't often talked in depth about his gaming habits. I know I wouldn't want
What is that? Where?
to admit to playing as Chelsea either. This dark secret was revealed once by Pablo Zabaleta, Messi's former Argentina teammate. Sadly for Lionel, Pablo also revealed something else. Messi's not that good at the game. He might be a GOAT on the pitch, but on the virtual pitch, Messi's not quite so perfect. It does make you wonder whether Messi's biggest rival, Ronaldo, is up to much on the FIFA football pitch. Now let's go back to the real pitch. Messi's closest parallel as a player was surely Diego Maradona. To no surprise, Messi has often cited Maradona as a key source of inspiration to him. Maradona's stature is similar, as was his ability to run at speed with the ball seemingly glued to his foot. So many classic Maradona goals look similar to the types of finishes Messi has become renowned for. Likewise, the pair both had a magical left foot. Messi was also hugely influenced by his grandmother. She was highly supportive of the young Messi, often taking him to training camps where he would regularly make the other kids, even those bigger and older than him, look foolish. Sadly for Messi, she died when he was 10. But there was another player whose influence on Messi isn't quite as well known. Pablo Aimar never quite hit the heights his talent warranted. He was one of a slew of players often billed as the new Maradona, but who couldn't quite live up to that. An excellent dribbler and skilled technician, he still managed to catch the eye of the young Messi. Messi doesn't mention Aimar as often. Maybe it's due to Aimar having played for Valencia, a La Liga rival of Barcelona. As Messi daydreamed about footballing heroes in his youth, did it affect his study? Maybe just a little. Not much is known about Messi's early education and life at school. It's well known he was football obsessed and a bit of a child prodigy on the football pitch. You'd have to be good to sign for Barcelona at 13. That's for sure. As a student though, it seemed that Messi was decidedly average. One former teacher said Messi was a quiet student who didn't particularly excel in school, but looked completely different on the playground. He'd come to school with a ball most days. Thankfully for Lionel, Barcelona's academy didn't just nurture his football skills, they helped improve his education, and once he signed, he was able to improve his learning as well as develop into a world-class footballer. He also happened to study with Cesc Fabregas and Gerard Piqué. Among many things Messi will have learned in his early days at Barcelona was about food and nutrition, taking us to our next fact he doesn't want you to know. Lionel Messi definitely delivers on the pitch, but the Uber Eats driver has been known to deliver some of Messi's guilty pleasures. Messi loves pizza for a start. Lionel has retained his longevity thanks to the countless dietitians and experts that have been at Barca and PSG. Things he's had to avoid have been sugar as well as gluten-rich foods like bread, but Messi has occasionally succumbed to comfort food and by his own admission used to eat more meat than he should. One of Lionel's favorite dishes is an Argentine staple, milanesa, which is breaded steak that has been shallow fried. Fried food is a big no-no in professional football. However, Messi had something of a physical transformation a few years ago, sporting a fitter and more toned physique than before. He has increased his eating discipline and gym routine Argentine in his 30s. It's tough to keep up, but Messi has faced tougher challenges. Yes, there is a significant reason for Messi's diminutive stature. At around 11, he appeared to stop growing. Messi had a growth hormone deficiency whilst growing up. The treatments for this would cost around $1,000 each time, something that his parents couldn't afford. Messi signed for Barcelona at 13, at which point the club would begin to pay for those treatments. At 5'7", Messi actually measures around average for an Argentinian male. Despite a diminutive physique, Messi has used his stature as a benefit. He's worked very hard to maintain his agility and acceleration and ensure his ability to weave and move with fluidity. Combined with a God-given talent with the ball at his feet, you have a player whose dribbling skills were matched only by countryman Diego Maradona. Messi still plays virtually the same at 35 as he did when he was 20. He has kept himself in good condition, retaining his impressive acceleration and ability to dribble at speed with the ball. Messi's game stamina also appears no different now either, nor his game-to-game recovery. The fact is, Messi doesn't expend energy unnecessarily. Some players run around like a cat chasing a laser dot. Messi doesn't defend, but he's not expected to. He can appear like he's walking when the ball is not within his range. If he weren't so great at putting the ball in the net, some fans might call him lazy, and for a time while struggling after his PSG move, that's exactly what critics were saying. Whilst at Barca, someone did the numbers and worked out Lionel was covering almost half as much ground as teammate Xavi. Mind you, if you're going to score a hat trick in the game, you can be forgiven for pulling out a deck chair when you want to conserve energy. The truth is, Messi's longevity and the fact he rarely gets injured is partly down to how he manages himself during a game. He's not lazy, he just knows how to play to his strengths perfectly. We're cooking now. Messi's skill often makes defenders look drunk, which brings us to another secret. Despite the high physical standards players set themselves and strict fitness regimes, it's not unusual for football players to let off some steam and have a few beers. Some footballers hide their drunken antics better than others, and Messi is one such player. He'll rarely get caught out, like most of the England squad have done in previous years. Messi also hasn't resorted to anything too embarrassing that we know of, and hasn't been caught letting off fire extinguishers or trashing hotel rooms. Messi does have an odd habit though, and when he's drunk he tends to speak in Catalan. Messi can speak it as well as Spanish, but he opts for the Catalan dialect when he's had a few too many sangrias. Messi isn't known to do it often, and maintains his fitness pretty well during the season and in the off-season. Messi's image has always been one of being a clean and respectful player. Kids worship Messi, and he's never been renowned as a diver either. However, Messi has sometimes let his discipline slip on the pitch. Messi has played so many games and scored so many goals for Argentina, it's easy to forget that he was actually sent off 45 seconds in his debut. Remarkable for a player who very rarely gets carded. More recently, Messi's frustrations at the 2018 World Cup boiled over. His side had been outplayed by a classy Croatia side. He'd been schooled by Modric. Messi cut a moody figure on the pitch and appeared to give up. As soon as the final whistle blew, he walked straight off the pitch and out the tunnel. We expect petulance from Ronaldo, but Messi has cultivated a different image. Sometimes it slips through, but what it also shows are the high expectations Messi has of himself and of his sides. Messi should be a World Cup winner after all, and it has always really hurt him when the national team haven't performed. Last up, Messi likes Ronaldo. No, I'm not kidding. This is not a drill, people. Messi actually respects and even has a fondness for Cristiano Ronaldo. Sure, they won't be holding hands and taking windy walks together, but this will surprise people who have watched their rivalry throughout the years. The fact is, when Ronaldo moved to Messi's La Liga turf, Spain's top division was turned into a pitched battle. The two biggest sides in the country had the two best players in the world, Messi versus Ronaldo. Did the press orchestrate the idea the pair hated each other? Maybe. See, Ron and Messi didn't always outright say it and tended to avoid the topic of the other when questioned, but spending so long as rivals led to the suggestion that they hated each other. In fact, this feud became interesting and fans split into Team Ronaldo and Team Messi camps. Maybe when Ronaldo departed for Juventus, the tension lifted a title, but for a time they would often struggle to hide their disappointment when the other took home the Ballon d'Or. More recently, Ronaldo and Messi have publicly shared the respect they have. They even got photographed together, playing chess for a Louis Vuitton campaign. Messi even went as far as to admit he missed the height of their rivalry. Could we ever see them playing together?
That's it, guys. the next video will be coming out over there. So peace, bye.